Hey guys, Dave here from Easy Country Cooking and Cook and Share. Today we're doing up a penny cheeseburger casserole. Now we've been doing a lot of ground beef recipes lately, but it's the only way I can think of that we can do something economical and change things up and vary the tastes. But we're going to start into some fall recipes pretty soon. We'll talk about that later. But this penny cheeseburger casserole is absolutely delicious. I know you're going to love it. So let's start with the ingredients. So first off, we're going to start with penny pasta, and that's about 3 or 4 cups, something like that. Some good old milk, salt and pepper, ketchup, some Italian seasoning, some Worcestershire sauce, a bit of flour, some ground beef, cheese, garlic, onion, tomato paste, and good old bacon. So let's get this rolling. Okay, so first off, let's get this bacon into the pan. And this is somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 strips here, guys. 5 or 6 strips. That's about all you need. Now, here's the thing. There are, 5 different ways we could have done this bacon. Actually, I could have gone out to the grill and lit the fire. Should have done that. That would have been so good. But I made some modifications to my grill out there. Anyway, we're just going to fry this up until it is on the crisp side. Nothing nicer than the smell of bacon cooking. I don't know about you, but early in the morning you wake up and bacon's cooking. There's nothing greater than breakfast. Well, the bacon's cooking, guys. I'm going to salt up a pot of boiling water so it becomes just like the ocean. Toss the pasta in. And we're just going to boil this pasta up for about 10 minutes or so, just till it's al dente. In the meantime, this old bacon is starting to look really good here, guys. Alrighty then, my friends, this bacon is looking pretty good to me, so we're just going to set this aside on a plate lined with a paper towel just to drain some of that bacon grease off. Now guys, I got a fair amount of bacon grease here. I'm going to drain a little bit off and save it for my Thanksgiving coming up. And there's good bacon cooking when Cokie knows there's something cooking. Coco, is there something cooking? He knows it. Okay, next up, guys, in the same pan as the bacon, I'm going in with a pound of medium ground beef. And we'll just break this up and fry it down basically until it's browned up. Now the pasta's done here, guys. I'm just going to give it a drain, and this is looking pretty good to me. Throw it back into my old measuring cup. And what I usually do is add in a little bit of olive oil to keep it from sticking and give it a little stir around. So we'll just set this aside. While the ground beef is frying, I'm just going to grab this bacon up and slip it onto a cutting board. And this looks really crispy. Wow. So we're going to chop this up, but I have to mention that I was sent this knife set by a company called Paudin, and it is a really nice set. It includes 5 knives, right from a chef knife to paring knives to a bread knife. You pick them up and they feel really, really nice to handle. I mean, some knives are so heavy that they flop down, but this has got a really nice feel to it. I already chopped an onion up with this knife, and it is super sharp. So we'll just go ahead and we'll chop up this bacon. Oh, doggies, this knife is nice and sharp, guys. Just kind of into chunks, something like this. It's going to be perfect. So I do like these knives. The proof will be in the pudding when I tune them on the rod and get them on the sharpening stone, and we'll see. But I think it's a nice knife. So I'll put all the links in the description section below. But thank you, Paudin. Alrighty then. Our ground beef is looking pretty good here, guys. Actually, it's looking really good. So I'm just going to move everything to one side. I just love it in my cast iron pan. And we're going to go in with half a small chopped onion. And of course, you know me, just about do this in every dish. 3 cloves of garlic. We're just going to stir and saute this until that wonderful, as I say in every video, aroma of onion and garlic fill the air, and doggies, is this ever smelling good. And it's funny, we got a lot happening in this kitchen here. We got the smell of bacon frying, onion, garlic frying, and ground beef. It smells like a wonderful kitchen. Once we're sauteed up here, I'm going to mix everything together. And now, my friends, we are going in with a couple of tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Just give this a stir around until that flour mixes up and cools down. Or cooks up, I should say, not cools down. And I'm going to go in with about a tablespoon of tomato paste, and this just makes everything nice and rich and thickens things up. So give this a stir around. Now we are slowly going to go in with a cup of milk. And that flour and tomato paste are just going to thicken things up so beautifully. Now I'm going to add a quarter cup of ketchup, just kind of eyeballing this here. This is just good old everyday Heinz 57 ketchup, just to give it that bit of sweetness. And you can add as much or little as you like, of course. A couple of teaspoons of the good old Worcestershire sauce. I just love this stuff too. And we're going to season things up with a bit of salt, maybe about a teaspoon. Ground black pepper, same thing, teaspoon or two, and a teaspoon or two of good old Italian seasoning. And I use this for everything, as most of you already know. Everything to stir around. And we're not finished, my friends, but just come on in here and have a look, and just look at this ground beef glistening. Woohoo! You could even make this as a sandwich or something like that. Anyway, we are going to go in with that pasta that we've cooked up. Something like this. Give this a stir around. And now, about a cup of grated cheese. Can never get enough cheese, at least in my humble opinion here. Just look at this, guys. Oops, we had one piece of pasta go overboard there. And now you guessed it, my friends, the star of the show. We're going in with that bacon, so it becomes the bacon cheeseburger. Oh, just look at this. And guess what? I got some more bacon left over. And like I say, you know, add as much bacon as you like. So we are pretty much done here. And in my humble opinion, like I said, guys, this is looking pretty darn good. So I guess it's time to plate this up. Okay, guys, on to a plate we go. Absolute goodness. And of course, we gotta garnish this up with some parsley. It's growing ever so fresh in the garden. And there you have it, my friends, our penny cheeseburger casserole. Ever so good. And you know what? I think I'm gonna have this with some garlic bread. I might even use my knife from Paudin to slice that up. Ooh, that would be good. All right, guys, let's grab some of this up. Make sure we get some pasta and some meat on here and a bit of bacon. Oh, I can smell it too, and it is smelling so good, and it is looking good. Time for the old taste test. You know, it tastes just like a cheeseburger with pasta, and that's the way it's supposed to taste. It's a penny cheeseburger casserole. And actually it does. I don't know whether it's the bacon, what it is, but it is so good. You got to make this, guys. And if you do, leave us a comment. Love to read them. And most of all, give us a like. Helps the channel out, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. See you in the next video. And I got to have more of this because, my goodness, it is good. So good.